here's what I like about the possibility of investing in, let's call it, more entertaining form of investment. And many of you might not really know about these investment types, but they are actually real and can be very profitable with all the fun that comes with it. So let's start with timepieces. Watches have probably been one of the best jewelry investment in the past century. And one of the reasons why, when you think about it, 15 years ago, before smartphones, the only way that you could tell time was to actually look at a real watch. So that's 15 years ago, maybe 20, but you're still gonna know where to invest. You have to understand that it's not all watches that are gonna hold well their value or even appreciate in time, but some of them will do. And to understand which one will do, you have to understand that watches there's mainly two types of watches, okay? So there's the manual one, which is the less expensive, the one that you'll get at the common store. So that's the kind of watch that you need to change the battery every 2 years. And then there's the automatic movement, which doesn't use any battery, and instead it will use the natural motion of your wrist to keep it running. Okay, so that's the kind of watch that you want to look for when you want to buy an investment watch. Obviously these pieces will be more expensive, but they will hold their value way more, and they will be more precise, and they will have a higher lifetime. Most of these watches can last more than 3 generations. That's one of the things that I really like about watches. I like to see a watch that is being passed down through generation over generations. I think it's just beautiful, owning a watch that your grandfather or your great-grandfather used to have. And one of the specificality as well when we're talking about watches is that the main one that we're about to talk about just right now, they're really timeless. So that's basically the same model that your grandfather used to have 50 to 60 years ago, but it's still very beautiful in today's time. So these pieces are really timeless, and that's one of the reasons that they hold their value very well, and that you can use them as investment as well. 50 years ago they were beautiful, and they will also be in high demand in 50 years from now, hopefully, but that's the idea. Now, the models that are known for the best appreciation that you can start with, the price below 150,000. And I know it can seem a lot of money, but keep in mind that it is more of an investment than an expense. So don't see that as an expense, because it will hold its value generally very well. So let's talk about some of these models. First we have the Rolex Submariner, which is known for its history of being the first automatic watch to resist to deep water diving. That one could cost about 14 to 20,000. Now the Rolex Daytona, which can range from 24 to 60,000, is well known historically as well because of its association with the actor Paul Newman, that was known for wearing one in its movies. The Royal Oak, which is now the flagship of Audemars Piguet, can range between 15,000 to 150,000. And then my personal favorite, the Patek Philippe Nautilus, which can start at 80,000 but can go tremendously higher than the 150,000 for certain models that are less common to find. Again, these kind of watches are extremely hard to find, so you have to have some connection with the company, with the dealer. But you can easily find some of these being pre-owned on websites like Chrono24, which is probably the main one if you don't have any connection at the Rolex or the Patek Philippe store. Chrono24 is probably one of the main websites to buy a pre-owned quality watch like these. So that's what I would recommend to start. Now, watches are fun to own, but there's another type of specific investment that gets me very excited, and that is some specific kind of cars, specific model of cars. So let's talk about the flagship model of Porsche, the Carrera 911, which is probably one of the best sports cars that you can own, in the range of 120 to 190,000. The 911 is known for being one of the first model of cars to have a rear engine, and really has a timeless design that didn't really change since its creation in 1964. The car is well known for holding its value very well. Just to give you an example, if you would have bought a 911 in 2019, you could have resold it now in 2023 for 20 to 30% more easily. And it's probably one of the best sports car to drive in that range of price. But to be very honest with you, it's more comfortable than a Lamborghini, it's more comfortable than a Ferrari, and it is as fun or even more fun to drive. So what we need to remember when looking at alternative form of investment like these is the key to find something that will hold its value over time. It's to look for things that are considered timeless. So models that have been present in our culture for decades and have the same importance now have a way higher chance of being in high demand as well in the future. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed and that you learned some small things. Feel free to connect with me on Instagram on the name Tristan A.Wilson, and to follow my YouTube channel as well to stay tuned for the next upload. So I'll see you guys next time.